it wouldn't be a stream if something just didn't fuck up entirely. But, I'm here. Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the debut. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. And, Streamlabs really wanted to show Timberborne and not my model. It, like, sort of auto-acquired, the game over VTube Studio for some reason. I don't know. It just is what it is. We're still not, starting for a little while. Another 15 minutes or so. It's just, I'm nervous. I couldn't wait anymore. I just had to get it out there, you know? Oh God. Well. Well, and Maple loves you. And I love you, random citizen. No. You're not random citizens. I mean, I guess you kind of are, but to me, you're very important and pointed citizens, I think. Okay, I probably shouldn't. There's a little bit of delay on the Twitch preview, so I'm actually just gonna going to do this so I can get more of a real-time feedback of what my model's doing. I imagine going forward this won't be as necessary. But this is the first time I've ever, like, first time I've done this, so I kind of want to make sure that my model is doing the right thing. And it's hard to do that when the model is, like, it's like, you know, it's got, like, a couple seconds delay. Maple is here! It's Maple time! It's Maple time! I'm trying not to gyrate around too much. I'm trying not to bop my knee up and down like I always do when I'm nervous. I'm just trying to abide. I'm trying to observe safety protocols and just sort of chill out. Just kind of chill. But I hope that everybody is having a wonderful, what is this, Wednesday? I hope everybody is having a wonderful Wednesday afternoon. I hope it's not horrifically, terribly hot where you are. It's actually quite nice here today. I'm slightly blessed. I'm slightly blessed by the temperature. Unfortunately, my allergies are acting up a little bit. So if Beaver is sneezy, I apologize. I might be a sneezy Beaver today. Which is sort of unfortunate for the debut, but what can you do? What can you do, really, except not be allergic? It doesn't work that way. Believe me, if it did, I would not be allergic to anything. I would simply say no. I would simply say no to allergies. Sorry, I'm vibing to the music. 100 degrees Fahrenheit and now rain? That, I would die. I would simply expire. I would simply fall down and die in that kind of weather. Though then again, we really do need some rain here, so maybe 100 degrees rain wouldn't be that bad. Maybe I could live with it if we got some more water in Lake Mead. You know, as an unaccredited civil engineer and a beaver, I'm very interested in the situation with Lake Mead and the Hoover Dam. In fact, you can see the Hoover Dam behind me, or at least a representation thereof. I am pretty sure the water is not that high right now. But it is what it is. Certainly can't fault the engineers and architects for this current failure. If it's even really a failure, it's more of just a crisis situation all around, really. But that's not why we're here. I mean, we're here for dams. We're here for dams. We definitely are, but not the Hoover Dam. That is a construction a little bit too grand for me on my own. You know, I have to have slightly better, more realistic aspirations at the moment. Okay, so I guess I will take this time while we are still in the waiting room. Shazam. I'm sure that you're all quite familiar with this image, but I just wanted to put it up. Make sure everybody knows what's going on. And they know the Twitch address. Just in case you forgot in the intervening 15 minutes or so. Just in case you forgot. That's where we are. Twitch.tv/Maple McKenzie. So in about 10 minutes or so, or rounding maybe more like 5, we are going to start up Timberborne. And we're gonna do that. Gonna make some dams. We're going to direct some beavers to greatness. Though you can't really do that in just 3 hours. Oh, that's right. Oh God. Hold on. My tripod. What have you done? Ah. Okay. I am. My tripod. We do have emotes now. We have some channel emotes, and they're very cute. They're incredibly cute, actually. So, if you want to subscribe, get access to those, and make the channel a better place with more cute emotes, that's definitely something you can do, and I would appreciate it. In fact, we have some sub goals for today. I hope everybody can read that all right. I'm trying, I can make it a little bigger. I just didn't want to have it like dominate the screen while it's up. So, it's always kind of a little bit presumptuous. A little bigger? You got it. Can do. Bigger. It always seems a little bit presumptuous to set these kinds of things, but it's like, it's the done thing. It's the done thing. From what I understand, it's just what you do. It's just what you do. I have unsquished it. It's no longer squishy. So our first goal will be animal facts, question and answers with Maple. I know all sorts of animal facts, and some of them are even true. Some of them are even true. Sorry, I'm trying not to get like too enamored with the model and how it moves when I move. Like to my baby brain, that's like incredibly cool. It's like this is such incredible technology. Hold on a second, I think my was a little bit. Not a good omen, but I'm gonna do my best. We truly do be living in the future. Okay, it's just about time. Just about time, so I think it's time to just go live. It's time to just do the thing. Hashtag on. These are very important, I am told. Hashtag VTubers. Okay, so as much as I really do love this remix of Jungle Japes, well, it's not a remix, it was in a game, but it's the Grant Kirkhope spin on it. I think we need to stop that. We need to stop that, and we need to go ahead. Take this off. Turn off the waiting room. Shazam! Uh-oh, that's not good. I had a bunch of like stream alerts set up, but are they not going? They might not be going. I'll worry about that later. And I'll worry about how you can randomly see my desktop later too. Oops. I'm really good at this. Okay, so Timberborne. Let's play Timberborne. Everybody loves Timberborne. Maybe. We're gonna start with the folktales. Because I'm more comfortable with them. I think they're a little cuter. I think they're a little bit cuter than the Iron Teeth. I mean, they're both really cute because they're beavers. But that beaver got a hat. Alright, so let's just go ahead and do it on... I know it's a little boring, but let's just go ahead and do it on planes, because I'm a little bit... Both beavers have hat. Hat beaver. It's a little bit boring to do it on planes, but, you know, it's a little... I'm still a little nervous. I might not do this correctly. And we're just gonna do it on normal. I'm probably gonna spend a lot of cognitive power thinking about other things. So for now, I think we should just try not to scream. That's kind of my overall goal right now. Just try not to scream. No screaming, only construction. It's kind of unsafe to scream at the worksite because somebody might think you're in trouble. But I'm not in trouble, I'm just terrified. Okay, what should we call our settlement? Debusville. Alright, first of all, Pause the game. Pause the game. We need to appreciate the beavers.
Oh, malevolari. Berivoru moneri. Morivorigara.
Belemonomari. Monominai.
Balemana uya.
Absolutely. Understandable. Have a nice day. Okay. So, first thing we want to do is get some wood. I mean, what else would we want to do? Pray tell. We're probably gonna want like more than 2. Like the tutorial is just kind of like to get you started. I kind of have a better idea of what I'm doing, kind of. What if Minions was a good property? I mean, I don't think it's fair to compare beavers to minions. Beavers are noble beasts. I can tell you more if we get to animal facts. We have a bunch of unemployed beavers at the moment because that's just kind of how it be. But we can fix that. We can fix that now. We just need to go ahead and mark all these trees for chopping. We chopping trees. Oh, and it's nice because my model isn't actually blocking anything important. I'm a genius. Though my subscriber goals are actually kind of in the way, so I'm gonna take those down. I'm just gonna take those down for 1 second. Doot. There, now you can see my colony information. It's important. It's important to be informed about our beavers. You can move the camera with right click and Q and E and stuff. Okay, so ideally, we always want to have confused beavers down to a minimum. So here is an important thing. Currently, our enemy is not natural predators. It is not humans. It is simply dying of thirst. We need water. So we're going to build a water pump, and we're only going to build 1. See, the thing is, I think like a beginner mistake for this kind of game, for this game in particular, is that if you overbuild on water pumps, you might run into trouble. Because like you have water pumps are actually very efficient. They go all day, they go all night. Speaking of which, hold on, let me change labor hours for a little bit. If we don't have anywhere to sleep, there's no reason to sleep. So until we get some basic infrastructure up, everybody's working all day, all night. Normally quite unsafe, but these are special circumstances. We want to leave this area clear because we want to have this is going to be like just where we grow our trees and where we process lumber. Lumber processing is very important. Just having like a log is great, but if you have a plank, then the world is your oyster. Believe me, I would know. Building lacks workers. Oh, right, we only have 7. We only have 7 beavers. So we can actually go ahead and just take a worker out of the district center. Those are our builders, and we can have him get to chopping. Chop, chop. Could somebody do me a favor and, like, follow or something? I just want to know if my alerts are working. Of course, maybe... Well, it played the noise. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. They work. Hooray! Now we want to have somebody in the water pump, so we're going to go ahead and take another worker off of building, because we don't have anything to build right now. At least nothing particularly great. We just want a gatherer flag. Hello! Hello! Good to see ya. It's a little scary, honestly. I don't know what to say or do. I'm trying to chill and play it cool, but it's hard. It's hard. I'm very cool. Look at my helmet. Isn't this a cool helmet? I think it's cool. Alright, so currently we're waiting for 25 wood. So we can build a farm. I mean, we don't actually have to. We don't have to wait. So like right around here is optimal. You don't actually need all of the resources like in your inventory, in your colony's inventory, to start building something. You can actually just have it there and the beavers will get to it when there's stuff. We're winning the helmet war. Currently, the helmet gap is in our favor. What if it had like a little light on it? What if it had like a little miner light? Beavers don't usually mine, but they could. They could. There's nothing in the rulebook that says a beaver can't mine. But that's for later. I think that the model is very nice how it is right now. Because it's got little ears. That's the important part. It's got little ears. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful Wednesday. I hope everybody is feeling good, doing good, and ready to do some good. Of course, if anybody has any questions, comments, or if something on the stream blows up and I don't notice, please just let me know. A reminder that we do have some subscription incentives at 10, when we reach 10. If we reach 10, I suppose I should say. We'll do a little bit of an Animal Fact Q&A. So if you want to see that... Oh, we're auto-saving. If you want to see that... do go ahead and drop a sub, because if I get more subs, that makes the algorithm happy, and I can also have more cute emotes. And you can use the cute emotes. We're probably gonna actually want to have the beavers sleep at some point. I think just like for the first day, it's good to like work through the night, but after that, it's fine. You can probably let them sleep. Well, it says in chat that Pauline subbed, and I'm very grateful for that, but I think that maybe because it was like for 6 months in advance, the alert didn't catch it. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm bad at this. Thank you, though. Alright, the farmhouse is almost done. It just needs 2 more logs. Then we can start farming. Which is much more sustainable than just picking berries. Though we'll want to do that too, just so we have some backup food supplies. Okay, we built the farmhouse. Now we need to plant some carrots. However, the farmhouse has no workers, so we are going to pull a couple of beavers off of district and or timber gathering. So ideally we want to have this be our farming area, just like this little peninsula, because it's already irrigated, and irrigation is quite important. We are also going to want to have a log pile. I think we're going to want to put it here. The beavers are hungry. The goal of this game is to just build a nice little colony, to build a nice little beaver city. There's no beaver warfare. Oh gosh, there's no beaver warfare. The primary struggle comes from the fact that we're going to get some nasty droughts later on, and the river will dry up for days at a time. And that's bad. We don't want that to happen. To prepare for this, we want to build some water tanks. Thank you for the follow! It is still early access, so there's not like an overarching goal yet. Like, there's no like, you don't build a beaver space rocket out of wood. Oh, somebody grew up. That means we have another worker. We're not bothered yet. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some bothering going on later. Alright, we have quite a few we have quite a few logs, so I think we should probably take another one off of lumberjackery for the time being. Early on in the game, there's lots of like micro in between what you want to have your beavers doing at any given moment. Oh, hold on a sec, I'm thirsty. My allergies are acting up. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you, that's so sweet. We are having ourselves a debut. And I'm just trying not to freak out about it. We are going to just be calm and be safe and have a nice time and not scream. We're not gonna scream. Unless something like really bad or scary happens, then we might scream. But I don't think anything like that should happen in Timberborne. Timberborne is a very relaxed kind of game. Even when you're dying and all of your beavers are like collapsing from thirst, it's not that bad. I mean, it's a little bad, but it's not bad in the sense that like a tree is falling on your head. Okay, I should say that this is the first time I've ever streamed for any length of time, just like having the phone camera on me. So, if things don't look right, or if I start slouching like this and it looks like I'm not on camera, then I'm sorry. I will do my very best not to slouch. I will do my very best not to slouch. We gotta have good posture in the workplace, I think. Which is unfortunate because my posture is terrible. Slightly terrible. Absolutely. This is a beaver stream, not a shrimp stream. Then again, beaver posture isn't great either. Most rodents are kind of hunched over, you know? So if I do that, I'm just being true. I'm being true to my identity. I'm just gonna let my beavers do their thing for a little bit. Just gonna go ahead and put this back up. Oh, oops. Don't. There we are. Just for the time being, there's lots of people like coming into the stream that weren't there when I mentioned it the first time. I want to make sure everybody has a chance to look and see what they stand to gain from spending $5 or whatever and subscribing. In addition to being able to use really cute emotes. Like, ridiculously cute. Like, actually, oh my gosh. We also have some special events planned for hitting certain milestones. You know, I think that should read, like, that should read more. I don't know why. It's not counting the subs that we've gotten. But it's not. Never mind. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of it. I will keep count myself. We'll see how well that goes. That way I can fudge the numbers. Alright, so it looks like all of our carrots have been planted, so we should be doing fine for food. And, like, we have a ton of berries anyway, so we should be fine for food more or less indefinitely until we start getting, like, a lot more population. Which will happen eventually. Thank you for the follow! So I will admit that the opening part of this game, it's a little bit slow, it's a little bit relaxed, it's a little bit just watching your little guys, your funny little guys do their funny little things. Look at them go, look at them go!
But I'm not Ouya.
Absolutely, my friend. Para la lluvia. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, JT Jag. Oh wait, I know that name. How you been doing? How you been doing? Oh, and thank you for the sub squares. What are we doing here? We are kind of just waiting for these to get built. We actually have enough logs, I'm pretty sure, to just... We'll just have one beaver working. One beaver working on cutting down more trees. Well, I am genuinely very glad and very pleased that you're here. Okay, our first water tank is done, which means that threats of thirsting to death, threats of dying of thirst have gone down. Promotion! I'm absolutely glad that people are promoting. I'm genuinely very happy. I'm very bad at doing it myself. I've done my very best to like spread awareness and say, hey, I'm doing this thing. But it's always like, why would I do this? People don't care. I'm just making a nuisance out of myself. Big sippy. That is my version of hydration check. Alright, another one of the kits screw up. That's what you call a baby beaver. A baby beaver is a kit. Not a kid, a kit. Yeah, that's just not... Huh. Strange. Oh well. You know, I think there might actually be, some... Stop that. I just want to go to fucking thingy. There we go. I think there might actually be something wrong with, Oh, you know, I probably... probably didn't do things right. Imagine that! Whoops, wrong one. I probably didn't do things right. That's true. We could, in fact, just have them work all day, all night, but I think that's cruel. I don't think that's very safe. I don't think that's a safe way to run the village, so I'm not going to do it. But I have found that if you just have them work all day, all night, for 24 hours, they will eventually just collapse. And that seems a little suboptimal. That seems cruel. It's not BOSHA approved. Nature's engineers need sleep. I think it's because I changed my stream name. But I haven't done that yet. I haven't, like, updated that on Streamlabs, so I think that some of the notification stuff is, like, wrong. Oh gosh, how would I... Maybe like later I can fix that. Maybe I can fix my terrible mistake. Listen, that's my brand. I don't know how any of this works, and I always make mistakes. It's fine. Don't worry, I'm keeping close count in my head, which is definitely not empty. I'm thinking very industrious thoughts right now. We do need to get those houses down eventually. It's just like, I think we need the core infrastructure first. Oh, thank you, Dr. Hospital. I can't believe it's the Dr. Hospital. The doctor from the hospital. That's so cool. All right. Let us go ahead. We should, in fact, have an inventor. An inventor is an important invention. Because there is more to life than just the basic structures, you know? We need more than just a farm, a wood pit, and a nice little district building. We need more. I can't believe it's the Dr. Hospital. That's so cool. I'm sorry if I'm singling you out. I just think your name's great. I'm sorry. Alright, so once we have this up and running, we're gonna want to start work on basically everything forever, actually. Oh wait, I'm so distracted I forgot to do that. There is no reason to have beavers working the farm when the crops are just growing. I should have done that a while ago, but I am simply overwhelmed. The doctor who is also a hospital. Listen, that's just efficient. Exactly! Squares gets it. That's just efficient. Okay, our water tanks are done. We can now transition to working on the inventory. No, that's a different thing. We can work on the inventor hut. Oh wow, really? That's awesome! I'm only pretend OSHA certified. I'm an OSHA poser, I'm sorry. Under duress, I could probably drive a forklift. Alright, we will take one guy out of that and put him in here. That would be very exclusive. I'm not sure that would be good for business, you know? Safety is absolutely important, but maybe not that important. The game wants us to build a small warehouse, and I guess we could do that. Go ahead and build it across from the farm. Now, here's an important thing. Here's an important thing. When you make a new warehouse or storage area, you want to hit none allowed, and then you want to actually make sure you know what is going into your storehouses so that it's nice and efficient and you don't get confused. We just want this storehouse to have carrots in it for now. This is just the carrot house. When it's done. Hello! Hello! Thank you for kind words. a college degree. I'm not sure if that counts as certification for anything. My diploma's somewhere. I think it might be in the garage. I'm gonna lead the hell out of these beavers. Please don't race forklifts. You can only do that under extenuating circumstances like dire revenge for your family. Okay, this is 50% done and it almost has all of its logs. We need to make a water wheel. Now, water wheels I don't like them very much. They're very finicky. Water wheels are very finicky. But they are basically free power. So they're quite important. Forklift jousting, no! No. Going to have a heart attack. That's so unsafe. Please. If only for your own sake, do not joust forklifts. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just not appreciating the knowledge of the accredited. Oh, dear. Alright, once we have our lumber mill up and running, we will make some lodges so the beavers don't have to sleep on the ground. Like, even wild beavers don't really like that. They like to build little dens. They like to build little lodges. As a beaver, what's my favorite type of lumber to chew on? Alder trees, but not red alder. Red alder's bad. Don't ask me about red alder. Normal alder, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Chew on that all day. Probably speed this up a little. I mean, I'm sort of like, I'm sort of, it's fine because I'm also looking at the stream and trying to pay attention to everybody. So having this going like at full blast would probably just lead to disaster, actually. Absolute disaster. Thank you for the follow. My fave tree in Minecraft, huh? I have a, oh, we have another adult. Rudum has grown up. Oh, it happens so fast. My favorite Minecraft tree, you know, I have some nostalgia for the birch trees in Minecraft. Because if I recall, there wasn't one, I'm not sure if it's still true, that game has changed so much. But I do recall that at one point, birch trees were like the ideal farming trees because they always grew to the same height and it made things nice and manageable. I'm not pressing anybody into labor. Gosh. That sounds unsafe, actually. I would never do such a heinous thing. I'll give you a beaver fact, but if you want more, subscribe. That sounds so dumb, I'm sorry. Subscribe for more beaver facts. Did you know beavers do actually eat trees? They don't eat the whole tree, of course, they just eat the bark. The bark is where all the nutrients and stuff is. Beavers are very efficient animals because they use what they can't eat to make their homes. Oh my gosh, it worked! Thank you for the sub! It worked! Incredible. I have paid the tithe. Trees are just large woody potatoes? I can't argue with that, though I probably should. So yeah, that's a beaver fact. Beavers do in fact eat wood. They just don't eat the whole wood. They eat the delicious, delicious bark. So the common misconception that beavers don't eat trees is actually a misconception in and of itself. That said, beavers are herbivorous generalists. They're not omnivores, but they eat all sorts of things. They don't just eat the bark. And in this game, they don't eat the bark at all, because that would probably be, like, overpowered, you know? It would be a little bit silly if, like, just getting your building material also got your food. I understand. I understand. Game balance is important. I don't think that beavers eat meat. I don't think that beavers are carnivores or predators in any sense. In this game, they do eat carrots. And, you know, I think you could probably feed a beaver a carrot in real life and they'd really enjoy it. They could probably eat an insect if it was, like, the only thing available or if it was, like, being really annoying. But I think that they are pretty much specialized for a plant diet. Heavy in cellulose. This takes so much wood. I hate water wheels, but you need them. They're really important. Herbivores. Carrots are delicious. I could go for a carrot right about now. Absolutely delicious. I am probably not going about this as efficiently as I normally would because, you know, I'm chatting. I'm being a VTuber. I'm making sure my model doesn't, like, freak out and go upside down randomly. This might be weird, but I really like carrots and vinegar. Like like a nice balsamic vinegar, not just like vinegar. Like something you actually put on food vinegar. I really like balsamic vinegar. Thank you for the follow, Tarks. It's sort of like if you just don't have any like balsamic vinegar on hand, you could probably just use like Italian dressing. That would probably work too. In fact, it might even taste better, but it'd be a lot more caloric. If that's something if you're like watching out for. So here's a hint from me to you if you want to play Timberborne on your own. Just make paths everywhere. There is literally nothing stopping you from just making paths everywhere and then just blowing them up later when you don't want them. They are free, and you can set them with the power of your mind. It is completely independent of your beavers. I think the beavers actually do move a little bit faster on paths, but it also is important because, it extends the range, the effective range of your builders and stuff. It's a little bit Byzantine, but suffice it to say, you need paths places or else your builders can't get there. And we cannot say... demolish this. Paths are basically, you know, they're just basic infrastructure. Alright, a water wheel is done. All that remains now is making a lumber mill. We can save on wood by just putting it right up there, right next to it. Of course, you could also do it so that you have multiple lumber mills powered by one water wheel, but I don't really like doing that because it's kind of inefficient. It's a little bit on the inefficient side. Alright, so now that we've gotten rid of that barrier while I wasn't looking at it, we have a little bit of an inlet here that we can take advantage of. This sort of extends the fertilization range. All of this over here, which was previously all barren and craggy, is now ripe for farming, if that's a thing. Now, I think that there's a lot of, like, viable builds you could do with this. Like, I don't necessarily think that, like, what I'm doing right now is necessarily the best way, but I personally don't really like to increase my beaver population until I've sort of got the basic infrastructure up, and I'm pretty sure I won't run out of food. It's happened before, and it's scary, okay? It's happened before, and it's scary. I try to learn from my mistakes, but I keep making them anyway. How are we doing here? Almost done. Okay. Once that's done, we want to stick a beaver in it pretty much immediately, because planks are important. So here's the weird thing about water wheels. Their power output is dependent upon how much current they're getting. And how much current they're getting is kind of strange. Like, you can do some really interesting, like, 2x4 technology. You can do some really interesting, like, geoengineering with, like, waterfalls and, like, specialized currents and just having a ton of, like, water wheels. I've never gotten that far myself because I'm very scatterbrained, and I played Timberborne for, like, a day or so, and I'm like, wow, this is really good. And then something distracts me the next day, and then I forget what I was doing in any given colony, and I'm like, well, darn. I'm just like, huh. Okay, now we can actually start making some housing. You know, the bare necessities of life and all of that. Generally speaking, you want to put housing facilities where you can't put other stuff. There's no, like, actual, like, requirement. There's no requirement for housing and where you put it. It can basically go anywhere there's room. Yeah, it's really easy to do with this kind of game. Like management and simulations in 4X games. It's just kind of like, well, there's so much to keep track of that if I look away from it for 5 minutes, I'm going to forget everything. Building lodges on top of each other is absolutely valid. Oh! I didn't see the second part. I didn't see the second part. Oh, our carrots. Our carrots are done. We should probably take one guy and pause this. Now they will harvest the carrots. Ooh, beavers. That's a mood. Alright, so now we have another source of food that isn't just berries. Now, berries are actually very nutritious and delicious and just generally really good. But in this game, they're kind of whatever. They're like emergency food. Thank you for the follow, Detuned Calliope. Now, we actually want to prioritize planting rather than harvesting. Zulkus has grown up. Get to work, Zulkus. I would like to, but I think that might take more than one me. That might be beyond my abilities. I would love to make the Colorado River sustainable. I couldn't do a worse job. Alright, we're gonna make another storehouse, but this one, none, is going to be for planks. Just as good practice. As good practice, you want to have the storage facilities for certain types of buildings near those buildings. I mean, it's fairly obvious, but I'm somebody who tends to forget that in the heat of battle, so maple pastries for beaver facts, huh? Well, if we get 2 more subs, we can just have animal fact Q&A. Just 2 more and knowledge can be yours. Okay, now that we've got lodges underway, we can also build a campfire and we can start expanding the population. Oh my. Alright. Thank you for those gift subs. Alright, I guess that we have Animal Fact Q&A. Hold on a sec, let me just denote that. And make it bigger. There we go. destroyed with generosity and gifts. What's going on? We're getting carrots. Right, we're getting carrots. So, ask me anything. Ask me about an animal and I will give you a fact that might be true. I will make every attempt for it to be true. Tell me about a dog's. Okay. I will try and go in order. But don't worry, I'll get to everybody probably. Though I might need to pause the game to, like, get my bearings. So, dogs. Did you know that dogs are related to bears? They share a common ancestor. This is why both dogs and bears are very cuddly, but unfortunately, bears didn't get the cuddly genes for, like, personality. Cuddling with a bear is probably a bad idea. Unless, like, you're one of those bear tamers that work in a circus. Then I feel like you can probably do whatever. Because obviously you simply do not know fear. Everything I say is true. Everything. So next up, you want to know about them beeves. You want to know about beavers. Well, boy howdy do I know about beavers. So here's a fun beaver fact. Beavers are actually, they are pretty much, aside from humans, the animal that does the most to alter their environment. I think there are a couple of other contenders for that, like termites. Termites can do some serious environmental alterations. But the thing about beavers is that when they build their dams, when beavers build dams, they don't just build a structure, which is fairly remarkable for an animal. But in addition to building a structure and a home, they also alter the outside environment to suit their needs. They like it wet. They like it when there's water they can hide in from predators and use to transport delicious, delicious trees. So, if you think about it, it honestly, it makes sense. It makes sense that beavers might inherit the earth once we're gone, because they are very clever and they're very industrious and they know how to build things. Alright, we are currently out of trees. So I'm going to pause all of this. I am going to put another person in here, and I am going to put this on highest priority to construct so we can start getting these trees down here. We almost have enough science to get a forester. So we, in theory, will not run out of trees. So, like paths, you should just build flags like the world is ending. Just build all of the flags you possibly can, because they're free. They're absolutely free. They do require a little bit of build time, but they require no resources. Now we need to designate this little patch of tree here. Flags are free, paths are free. Look at them go. Beavers are actually entirely capable of using their hands. Oh yeah, I think I've run into that situation before. We just need 9 more science for the forester, and then we'll be A-okay for trees. Oh, and American possum. We wanted to learn about the American possum. And wouldn't you know it, I actually happen to know a little bit about the American possum because one visited my patio the other night. Alright, we're gonna put those beavers working on the lumberjack flags. So the fact that I was compelled to look up on behalf of a housemate was, can possums be rabid? And the answer is no. Possums don't actually get rabies. That doesn't mean they're not, like, susceptible to other diseases and can't pass those on, but rabies is kind of the big one and they can't get it. I'm not going to say that if you see a possum on your patio, you should immediately go up and give it a hug, because that'll probably frighten them, but you're not in existential danger. I promise. I promise. It's just a possum. Sorry, had to get a drink. So that's a good possum fact. Possums are marsupials, but I feel like that there's enough kinship to beavers and possums that they have a place here, you know? And certainly I understand their various moods and states of minds very well. When our wood situation's a little bit better, we are absolutely going to want to build another farm, just because this is quite a bit for 2 beavers to handle. It's like we're getting a fairly slow and steady trickle of carrots, and that's great. It's actually how we want it. Oh, gopher facts, huh? Okay. Gophers. Alright, well, a good gopher fact is that even though gophers are cute, they're little bastards. They're little bastards that like to eat things that don't belong to them. But this might be well known. So, gophers are rodents, and beavers are also rodents, so gophers and beavers are actually quite closely related. I'm sorry, it came back to beavers again. That's sort of where the core of my knowledge base is, you know? And I apologize that I blink my eyes a lot. It's because my eyes are tired and dry, because I live in a very hot place, and I have to have the fan on all the time, which makes the air really dry and makes my eyes suffer. So if you see me blinking a lot, it's because of that. You can, this animal Q&A is basically ongoing until we reach the next sub-goal, more or less. Or I run out of things to, unless I run out of facts, which is possible. So, sure, I'll give you a cat fact. I don't actually know that much about cats. Oh, here's one. Did you know big cats like lions, tigers, leopards, cheetahs, bobcats, and that really big tabby cat from next door, in addition to roaring, they can also purr. Big cats can purr. And they often do when they're, you know, when they're in a good mood. Thank you for the sub. I really I really wish that my fucking sub alerts were working. I will just have to be my own sub alert. Why are follows working but not subs? This website is terrible. No, this website's good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't cancel me, Twitch. So seagulls. Seagulls. Well, I know that seagulls are very resilient. They're also bastards. I'm allowed to lie if the resulting fact is funny. Seagulls are very resilient, and they are capable of overcoming most things that are put in place to stop them. Oh, we have enough for a forester. I should do that before any more time passes. Yes. Okay, so we have a forester now, and foresters are ridiculously important because trees are an important resource. You kind of need a lot of tree. And also, it's just important to be a good steward of the land and, like, replant what you take. Seagulls. They're also quite omnivorous, but I feel like this is stuff that everybody knows because, again, the overriding seagull fact is that they're bastards. And that they eat everything that's not, like, nailed down, and even then they kind of eat that too. Alright, so we've got, like, the core infrastructure up. Though we will want some more houses, I think. Get a nice little, like, housing unit here. Oh no! Hamster screaming? That sounds terrible. Alright, so now that we have the forester, we're never really going to be penned in or just out of luck entirely. Because we can always just plant some trees and get some wood. But our next technology, I think, is probably going to have to be stairs. Stairs will let us access, like, the entire rest of the map, basically. We'll be able to get to the other side of the river. We'll be able to get up here and get some of this leftover wood. I also never stopped screaming once I learned how. Mood. That's entirely fair, I think. Seagulls. Oh, here's a good seagull fact. They're called seagulls because if they flew over the bay, they'd be called bagels. Ha! I got you with that. I got you. I got you. Listen, I don't know very much about seagulls. It's too late. It's too late. You can't do it now. You're stuck with me. And of course, if you just want a random animal fact, I can dispense those. Just let me know. And they'll probably be actually factual, not dumb jokes that I learned off the side of a cereal box when I was 7. bunch of people left the stream because of that. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I didn't have a fact. I mean, I think I only know that one. I think I only know that one off the top of my head. A weasel fact. Okay, I'll give you a weasel fact. Did you know weasels are not actually rodents? Weasels are muscelids. I don't actually know how to pronounce it, but they're not rodents. They're musculids. And mustelids, right? Not musk. I don't know why I thought it was with a C sound. I'm sorry. They're noodles. Absolutely. You're correct. They're not rats. They're tube rats. Did you know all geckos love the classic 90s video game Gex? Oh, my beavers are happier than ever because they're learning a lot of animal facts right now. Don't weasels have that weird trend that crabs have? Everything returns to crab and weasel. I'm more happy about the weasels, though, because weasels are really cute. The mustelid family also includes ferrets, stoats, and otters. Despite their similarities, otters and beavers aren't actually that closely related. I mean, they're fairly closely related in the scheme of things. But they're not, you know... Gecko, gecko. Gecko, gecko. I don't actually think that's true, but there is a weasel in that game, and there's also beavers in that game, though they're... we don't talk about them very much. Cool fox fact. Fluffy. Absolutely. Fluff is an important thing. Did you know that beavers were once nearly hunted to extinction because they were that fluffy and their fur was that desired? Gecko, gecko. I believe you. Toki, toki. Oh, we actually had a birth because we had the housing to support it, and we're getting some more housing. Bitey geckos, huh? I'm not sure I like it. Deer fact, deer has elongated ovular pupils to help them see predators. I never said there would be a moratorium on beaver facts. Never said that. Oh, the forester's done. I'm not paying attention at all. I'm sorry. Gotta take these guys off cutting trees and put one guy into planting trees. So, from my experience, your first like batch of trees should be birches. Birches grow quickly, but they're kind of bad. And then you want to plant maple trees, obviously. What else would we plant on this stream? Maple trees, and I say this just because it's true, not because I'm self-aggrandizing. They're actually just the best trees. Let's take a look at the trees that we have available to us. We have the birch tree. It takes 9 days to grow, and it gives one log. Kind of whatever. Pines. It takes 12 days to grow and gives 2 logs, so they're basically better than birches in every way. Maple, it takes 30 days to grow, and that's a long time, don't get me wrong, but it gives you 8 logs per. And that's true. This is actually a fairly recent change, but pine trees, maple trees, and lastly, chestnut trees actually have secondary resources attached to them that aren't lumber. From pine trees, you can get pine resin, which you can put on your weapon to make it all like lightning-y. I don't really know how it works, but you can. You can naturally get maple syrup from maple trees, and that's just sort of like, I think that's just the goal. That's just the goal of any colony, is to get maple syrup and make maple pastries, get maple bars. I love maple bars. And you can get chestnuts from chestnuts tree belonging to chestnut. Please do not try to get sand out of the streamer. Yeah, let's not do that, please. But that technology is actually quite a ways away. Like, we can get chestnuts right now, and in fact, I have some chestnuts over here that we are going to want to get because they're yummy. I mean maple bars. They're pastries. They're like donut adjacent. They're like donuts without a hole. They're slathered with maple icing and they're delicious. Eating too many of them will assuredly kill you though, so I try to be, moderation. They're sometimes food. Right, that's kind of distracting. So, getting a bar of wood as a snack, that's something I don't even think a beaver would do. That's maybe a little too much cellulose. That might be a little bit too hard to get through the system. Okay, so we have all of the basic infrastructure up and running. We got houses, we got forester, we got planks, we got farm. We are in good shape. Oh, and of course we have water. We have water. Oh god. Mouth splinters. I usually build my first dam after the first drought because the first drought is always really mild. It only lasts a couple of days, and a couple of water tanks will absolutely take care of it. Then once that's done, oh, we need to get some more wood. Did you get more wood? Pause. Get these going again because those trees are starting to grow back. Get rid of this. If y'all haven't had a maple pastry of some variety, you should absolutely have a pastry of a maple variety because they're delicious. And I'm not just saying that because it's on brand. They're actually just delicious. Like, actually, for realsies. They are actually, for realsies, completely scrumptious. Alright, so we have quite the surplus of carrot, which is good. Carrots are good for you. And we also have a little bit of room. Basically, population growth in this game is very easy to control. unless something goes wrong, you won't have, your beavers will be smart enough not to, like, you know, your beavers will be smart enough not to make more beavers when there's no room for them. Oh, goodness. I did things kind of out of order for the tutorial because I'm a free spirit with many radical ideas. Beavers are cognizant of beaver capacity. Now, we want to go to the leisure tab and build a campfire. Right around the houses is usually the best way to do it. Easy access and all of that. Campfires will fulfill the social life need, and that will get beavers to make more beavers. That's a little strange, but I respect that, I guess. I respect the British government for not wanting to say they invented radar. I would think that would be more praiseworthy than eating a lot of carrots, but what do I know? What do I know? Actually... I want to go ahead and put another mill there. Eventually. I'm just gonna save myself some trouble and put a path down preemptively. Okay, we are doing pretty darn well. We're doing pretty well. And already we have some beaver children. I think we're gonna want another farm. I did know that carrots are actually quite sugary as far as vegetables go, but I did not know that they were sugary enough to be problematic for diabetics. That sucks. I'm going to start eating trees. I'm pretty sure trees don't have much natural sugar. That's just my... Alder trees. Like, obviously, if you eat the sap, that's sugary as all hell. But if you just eat the fucking tree, that's not a lot of natural sugars. They're very high in fiber, if that's a concern. I'm gonna queue some stuff up just so I don't, like, forget. And, you know, I think I will just satisfy this game's craving for pine. I'm not actually gonna go through with that. I'm gonna immediately delete them. I just want the tutorial to go away. I'm cheating the system. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's the part that beavers eat, and beavers are the authority on tree eating. Don't just eat Don't eat the trunk. You will die. It doesn't matter how strong your stomach is or how good your teeth are. You will fucking die if you just eat a tree trunk. The idea that beavers eat like tree trunks is an exaggeration. That part's not true. I'm just going ahead and just queuing some stuff up. The beavers will get to it when there's time and resources. And if it becomes like a pressing thing, I can always jack up the priority. Generally speaking, you shouldn't eat the core of any sort of fruit or plant. There's some nasty stuff in there, like cyanide. I wonder if it would be worth it to build another forester. Trees are sort of interesting because, like, staggering them is probably a good thing, but I don't really... I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Alright, bananas... bananas are an exception. Bananas are unique. They are unique sorts of fruits. They're very starchy. They're starchy fruits. Strange. Very strange. What the fuck is wrong with bananas, really? So now we're a little bit capped. We're a little bit capped on what we can do because our population's fairly small, but that's fine. That just means that we'll get through the first drought pretty easily. I need my daily dose of radiation. Oh no. We have done terrible things to make the modern banana. Don't eat bananas when you have kidney problems. Don't overdo it on the potassium. Once that last tree is down, I will probably just disable these for the time being and have my beavers go elsewhere. We've turned from animal facts to plant facts. But that's fine. I know about plants too. Plants are part of the 5 and or 7, depending on who you ask, kingdoms of living things. So basically the only one that would ever have to worry about banana radiation would be like, Donkey Kong. I'm not sure I've ever heard of the vegetable lamb of Tartary. I'm assuming that it's like a vegetable statue made in the shape of a lamb. It's kind of weird, but do your thing, I guess. Live your truth, and if that truth is vegetable lamb, then who am I to stop you? Plant is just a lazy kind of animal. No, I think actually a lazy kind of animal is a fungus. A cryptid from medieval bestiaries. Interesting. Medieval people believe some strange things. Like the biogenesis theory of disease was quite interesting. They just kind of believed that if you left certain combinations of things out, things would just magically sprout from it. Which, I mean, I guess if, like, your only real scientific reference is observation, that's not the most ridiculous conclusion to draw. But obviously... Old medical stuff is always a hoot. And by a hoot, I mean, how did anybody survive this ever? Just like, how? When my farm is done, I think I'll actually just go ahead and build another forester. Wood is very important, and I just have some room. I have some room. Oh, thank you for the sub! Thank you for the sub, Harrison! Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna try not to get super upset that my sub alerts aren't working, even though they're really cute. Gosh, sitting up straight like this is tiring. My natural beaver posture must be defied so that the phone can pick up my beautiful face, but, you know. Difficult. It's difficult. But we got like 12 hours to go, so I had better be able to do it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Though, when we're done with Timberborne, I might, like, do a quick, like, I might take a quick break and investigate, like, why some of the Streamlabs stuff isn't working so well. I might investigate that. I think I would probably have to, well, I should have done that beforehand, but taking breaks is good for you. I'm probably going to take a break, like, for sure after Valheim to, like, get food. Because I do require food to live. I am a living organism of the order Animalia, so I will require some manner of material sustenance. Be it trees or something else. Look at him. Yavo is visiting the campfire. Such is the privilege of a child. God, I'm so self-conscious about my blinking right now. People always notice and it's just like, no, I'm fine. I'm just the dry eyes bitch. I'm sorry. I need the fan to live. Never blink. I'll just have my eyeballs fall out. Oh yeah, I do have a schedule. It's in the announcement image, and if, like, somebody really wants, I can just put it up on the screen real quick. Or I can just tell you. First 3 hours from, basically another hour and a half of Timberborne, and then we switch to Valheim. Because there's actually a lot of lumberjackery in that game. You can build lots of cute things. and some extremely, like, sin against God chimneys, but I'm gonna try and be better about that. I'm gonna try and not cut chimney corners. I'm gonna try and build them properly. No guarantee. I might fall back into old habits. I can build a chimney just fine, thank you. It's just that everybody else might not like it. Everybody else might be like, oh my god, Maple, what have you done? What is this abomination before the gods of architecture? And I say they're overreacting. But, you know, ergonomics is an important part of it all. Alright, so we have good plank production. We got our trees a growing. And when we need more trees, we can actually hold on. You guys aren't doing nothing. So I'm gonna have you help out on the... Actually, we don't want to plant more because the drought is coming soon, and like all the potatoes I want to plant are just gonna dry up. Alright, so we're gonna activate that so we can gather some more emergency berries just in case. Then after Valheim will be Terraria. And then we'll end with Stardew Valley, unless we get to the magic 50 subs, in which case I will absolutely go beyond my mortal limits and play Raft. I'm going to politely request that I don't get 50 subs because I think that will kill me. I'm going to politely request that maybe we don't meet that goal. I might have had eyes bigger than my stomach when I was making the goals. We can play Raft another day. Let's not go crazy. Oh, I need to chop these down. I always forget to like designate this. Because like you don't need to designate anything with gatherer flags. They just do it automatically, but for trees you gotta designate it, which makes sense, honestly. Like, honestly, that makes sense to me because, like, sometimes you want a tree to not be cut down because it has things. Everyone, please sub exactly 49 times. Exactly 49 times, please. There are more emotes coming, actually. It's just that, the artist I contacted to do all of this she's very busy. And she also recently got a new job as an animator. So, I am not a tyrant. I'm not just gonna be like, hey, finish it or else. That'd be stupid. What I have is fine. Oh, Big Sippy, right. Big Sippy. Thank you. A local girl forgets to drink water and suffers. So we've got a pretty substantial little settlement going now. Building lacks workers. Oh no. Where are all of my workers, actually? Wait, I can check. Hold on a minute. There's a screen for this that my sub-goals thing is blocking. I'm sorry. Lumberjack flag, district center, lumber mill. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. I'm not really dressed to be a tyrant, am I? I'm not the most threatening looking woman in the world. Well, yeah, but what if people... I guess I should probably take that down for now. Maybe. It is blocking quite a bit, isn't it? Okay. Very well. Very well. I will do the responsible thing, but please remember... Please remember it's there. Please remember, I need your money. Alright, we have science. We have some science. Science. We almost have enough for stairs. A very important innovation. Actually, I think what we want to focus on right now, is housing. Hello, thank you for the sub. Alerts aren't working right now because of reasons that I don't understand, but I'll fix it eventually. Maybe, I hope. How do I want to do this actually? Oh no! I mean, I appreciate the subs, I do, but oh my gosh, what if we get to 50 and I have to play Raft? I'll die! I never should have done it. Oh no! The kindness! I have train incoming! I'm dying for the content. I don't actually know how hype trains work. But you can sub, gift, or use bits to get to the next level, whatever that means. Don't feel like you have to. Or do. I certainly benefit from it, and so do you, because you get to use really cute emotes. Such as... Oh no! Who is conducting this hype train? Oh, it's not even working for bits either. Oh, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. That's the face I'm making. That's the face I'm making that Squares just said, because I'll have to fix that before we move on to Valheim. I might wrap up Timberborne a little bit early just so I have some time to like unfuckulate things. To use the technical term. I'm very animated today. Perform percussive maintenance on my stream alerts. Oh my gosh, it's like you do all of this work to get everything ready, and like you do the thing where it's like, hey, you test it and it's like, hey, it works, but no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Mining the Bezos treasure vaults. I'm sorry. This is just the platform that you have to use. So, for anybody who just popped in, we are currently still in the midst of Animal Attack Q&A. So if you want to know about aminimals, just say the word and I will impart my wisdom, such as it is. Cat facts. Let me think. I did have a good cat fact earlier. I do know that some cats are the natural enemy of all things cordy and stringy, but I think you know that well. What's a good cat fact? Oh, cats are actually a tremendous danger to local wildlife because they are predators. They are ruthless hunters, and they will murder birds. Sometimes they won't even eat them. They'll bring them to you and be like, hey, look what I did. And you'll be like, oh my God, that bird is dead. But I don't necessarily think that's like a knock against cats. It's their nature. It's just something that you need to be cognizant of if you have an outdoor cat, I think. Oh, I'm sorry. I bumped my microphone. Apparently cats hate cucumbers. That I didn't know. I love cucumbers. Especially pickled ones, which are actually just known as pickles. All right, so we're gonna build stairs. Stairs will let us go to many new and exciting places, like up there, or down into the riverbed. Most mammals have an instinctive aversion to snakes. That's probably reasonable. But then again, I think snakes are adorable, so I'm not a very good mammal. Go ahead and amend this a little bit. Nothing's implanted there yet, so it's free. This. Kind of want to build some stairs down into the river. Because over there are chestnut trees. And chestnuts are good. They're good for you. You can bake them. Snakes can and will fuck you up. But that's okay. That goes for most animals, I think. I might want to make another water tank. Just to be on the safe side. That will do. So yeah, that's my cat fact. Something completed the hype train, but because alerts aren't working, I'm not sure what. But thank you. Thank you, whoever that was. Oh God, I feel like such a fool. I tested it and everything. Why does this have to happen to me? Oh, okay, I see. I understand. I would say that all cats are cats. And, I think that it's foolish to apply the morality of mortal men to animals. I think that's wrong-headed. So yes, I think in broad strokes all cats are good. Should I fight a bear or play dead? That absolutely does depend on the bear. Right, the conventional wisdom is that you play dead with a grizzly and try to scare away a black bear. Grizzlies are terrifying, so... And black bears are also kind of terrifying. Bears in general will fuck you up. I have never fought a bear in my life. Are you kidding me? Look at me. I wouldn't last 5 seconds. If you're staring down a polar bear, there's no hope. I mean, okay, I guess if I had like a sword or something, maybe I could fight a bear. I wouldn't fancy my chances. I mean, maybe if I had like a gun. If I had a gun, this wouldn't happen. I don't think a panda would try to fight you. I think pandas are just kind of like... I think pandas just kind of abide. You're not bamboo. Why would they care? All right, so our little stairway is done. So now we can access the other side of the river because beavers, little known beaver fact, beavers can swim. It's a little bit slower than walking, which is a little strange, but I think it's a gameplay balance thing. So here's something that we need to start paying attention to because we're starting to really go far afield. Each district center has a limited range to how far it can reach somewhere. So as you can see, this line's getting a little bit on the red side, so we can't go much farther in this direction. Just gonna go ahead and plant some gatherer flags here. We are out of log. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the lumber mill. We don't need more planks at the moment. Hopefully this will attract a lumberjack or two. And of course our kids will grow up at some point so they can help in chopping down trees. Go ahead and, since we have nothing to build with, there's no reason to have people in the district. And I did mark these, didn't I? Yes, okay. We will soon have lumber again. Darn, kids not contributing to Beaver Society. Well, one of them just grew up, that's good. Okay. And we have room to grow 8. So I think we're fine on housing for the time being. Climbing the tech tree in this game is pretty... It's not so much a tech tree, it's just like a tech choice. Basically, we have this little guy. We have the inventor, Jezumaru. And, he will give us a little bit of science every little bit. Bye-bye! Oh, thank you, that's sweet. I'll talk to you later. You cut down the tech tree with your long teeth. So, let's take a look at the next tech we want to research, which is probably going to be floodgates. So we need 150 science to unlock floodgates. And that will take a while with our current science generation, so we're probably going to want to build some more inventors soon. But again, we have built a strong foundation for the first drought, which I think is important. Because I feel like if you just rush for floodgates, you might run into some problems with like running out of wood. Like stairs and foresters, I think, are actually just the priority because they really open up your options in terms of getting more materials. Like, they're very key. And they're very important. Beaver science. I don't think hydroelectric dams are in the game just yet, but we do have water wheels, which is like a hydroelectric dam. out so little power. Currents in this game make no sense. They added robots? Jeez. That must be the Iron Teeth. That must be the Iron Teeth. You can sort of like make your own hydroelectricity just by employing water wheels. Oh, really? Fascinating. Thank you for the raid, Danny. Thank you. I genuinely apologize that the raid alert is not working right now. I thought I fixed everything, but I evidently didn't. But I'll be the stream alert. I'm the stream alert now. I'm pretty sure it's because I changed the stream name. That feels like the most reasonable solution to this problem. I just, maybe I need to update that on Streamlabs or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out eventually. We've come to see the beautiful and safe dam. It's currently conceptual. It's currently a conceptual dam. But we're getting there. We just need some more science for dams. Uh-oh. Drought's coming in 3 days. Alright, so we have finished our 4th water tank in time, and that should be enough. I feel like that should be enough. Plato's allegory of the dam. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's kind of like you can ad hoc a hydroelectric dam with enough like geoengineering and stuff. I've never gotten that far. I've never gotten that far. Oh, we do have stairs now. So I'm actually gonna do something a little sneaky. And by sneaky, I mean just good design. We can build rooftop terraces. Though I will need to switch my camera around for this. Actually, that might not be right. Might not be right. Let me just switch that around. Oh, thank you for the follow. That at least works. I don't know why follows alone work. I'm appreciative for at least that much. It's very strange, but I'm gonna fix it. It's in my ability. I can fix it. Now we just gotta delete the central path, and we'll just put some stairs there. We do the same for this. It's true. The prevailing current theory about beaver dam building is mostly governed by an instinct to make the sound of running water stop. But honestly, I feel like that is actually the sign of higher intelligence, because that noise is really annoying. If you don't know where it's coming from, it's just like drip, drip, drip. Hate it. Hello. This game would be cooler if my frickin' water wheel worked better. Oh my gosh! Gift subs! Thank you! I'm not sure if those would actually like. They should. I'll fix it. I will fix it, but not right now. We have beaver things to do first. We have trees to plant. We have dams to build. We've got water wheels to look at and be sort of displeased with. So, oh right, since there is a bit of an influx of newer viewers, I think. Streamlabs. Sub goals. We're just putting that up for a little while so people can see. We have already met Animal Fat Q&A, but with 2 more subscribers, we can get to know our local wildlife, which means I will tell you more about me. I will show you what there is to know about me. The VTuber, the beaver, the builder of dams. Theoretically. We still need a little bit more science. These only take logs. Okay, yeah. We good. We good. Maple Story! Maybe we could stream that at some point if that's still a thing. I've never actually played it. I've never played a Maple Story. The official one, anyway. I played many Maple Stories myself. Dear God, please do not play. Okay, I won't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, I think that we've set it up. So that our plants won't actually dry out. Like, carrots last a while. Carrots last a while when they're dry. Unlike wheat. Wheat is like fucking... If it gets dry for even a little bit, your wheat is gone. Your wheat will never come back. Alright, we have better wood supplies now, so let's take that guy off. Gonna pause these. This was mostly just for the future, for when we have more beavers to do stuff. We don't have the infrastructure right now needed to eat chestnuts. I know that sounds strange, but you need to roast chestnuts over an open fire, preferably. Beavers turn their wheat into bread. What else would you do with it? Once we're smart enough, we can make a bakery, and I fully intend to do so. Why is this so slow? I shouldn't click on things rapidly. Lesson learned. That was a bit of a racket. Forgive me. So yes, beavers are capable bakers. You can. Though it does require also maple tapping technology. Please don't research that yourself. I don't want to be tapped. Where is it? Is it under wood? Tapper shack. Tapper shack. It requires 20 logs, 20 planks, and 10 gears. We don't have gears yet either. But and bakeries under food. Once we have maple syrup and a bakery, and you know, a grist mill, so we can get wheat. We can take a big sippy. Excuse me. We can make maple pastries, which are basically just maple bars. So it looks a little bit more like a cinnamon roll in the little graphic. But a maple roll sounds like it would be absolutely delicious. That sounds like an innovation that should probably be made if it hasn't been already. Oh, right. Oops. You need to build the stairs, or people can't get to it. That's how it works. Beavers don't got hops. That's not what they're known for. Beavers are not renowned jumpers. Good swimmers, though. Positively graceful. Unless they're carrying something, in which case they look a little goofy, but it's goofy in the charming, endearing way. Oh, goodness. Children grew up. Hello? Just go ahead and just put them... Feels bad to say put them to work, but that's kind of what you do in this game. Listen, it's the post-apocalypse. We all gotta band together to survive. We must band together. Like, if we were really fucked up, we would just make them work when they're kids. We would just make the kids work immediately. That's something you can do in Frostpunk. If you're fucked up and evil. But then again, can you really apply such standards if you're in constant danger of becoming a popsicle? Interesting moral dilemmas. I would say that in general, I am quite harshly opposed to child labor. Oh, god damn it. I put the stairs in the wrong place. Oh. Delete. Oh, it hurts me. It hurts me, but that's what I get for doing this while streaming. %, efficiency. What is that? That's ridiculous. All right, we need to fix this power problem. We must not be beholden to the river. We must use our own strength and ingenuity. Okay, perfect. That rooftop terrace is now accessible. I didn't fuck that one up. Alright, and because we have 2 foresters, all of my trees have gotten planted pretty quickly. So we should have like an influx of birch pretty soon. I know there's an unconnected building. Please be patient. Alright, the drought is almost here, but I think we have enough water to survive. We certainly have enough food. I'm not concerned whatsoever about food. Because even if we do run into trouble, we have a bunch of berries we can pick. Okay, we now have a solution. We have a solution to our power woes. It's a little bit goofy. It's a little goofy, but it works. We are now producing planks at 100% efficiency. Non-Timberborne beavers eat tree bark. They do in fact eat trees. However, they also eat some other stuff. They're generalist herbivores. There's not a lot of... They're capable of eating a lot of things. They just prefer tree bark because tree bark is good for them. And it's full of nutrients. Did I miss anybody's questions about animals? There were quite a few of them, so, I apologize. I apologize if I missed anybody's. I am surveying my prosperous little colony that's about to become afflicted by drought. It's a little scary. Now the nice thing is that since I built that, I can actually keep producing planks even during a drought. I think in my previous playthroughs I slept on these. I slept on beaver power because I thought water power was better, but then I realized my foolishness because these water wheels are so ridiculously inconsistent. Alright, we still have plenty of room to grow, so we don't need to build more lodges yet. I believe we have planted all of the trees. Oh no, there's still some up there. There's still some up there. Is drought worse than barbarians? I would rather have a drought than barbarians. For the most part, I think that it's a lesser crisis. Cannot be overstated how fucking annoying barbarians are. Oh! We have reached level 6 well-being. So, let's actually talk a little bit about that. Let's talk a teensy-tiny bit about beaver well-being. It's like an animal fact. I should also take that off for now. So, let's take a look at Giramem. Age 37. He lives in a lodge and he works at the Gatherer flag. Let's look at his basic needs. Hunger. If hunger goes unsatisfied, the beaver will die. If thirst goes unsatisfied, the beaver will die. Sleep has no effects. It's just something that has to happen eventually. And when a beaver has shelter, their walking speed increases by 5% and their life expectancy goes up by 25%. However, you get down into like optional well-being categories, and they all get very interesting and unique buffs. So if your beaver has full-on carrots, their life expectancy goes up by 30%. If you give them sunflower seeds, you get more working speed. Like, eventually, we want to have all of these needs fulfilled because our beavers become better at things. They just become better beavers. We're building a better beaver by making sure they're all cared for and happy. Of course, getting there will require lots of hard work. Hard work, ingenuity, guts, all that kind of thing. Doot. Definitely gonna want another inventor. Maybe 2 more. We need more science. We need to get our scientific inquiry into high gear. Bothering to better the beavers. No, we don't want them bothered. Bothered beavers probably wouldn't work as well. Alright, the drought is here. Let's hope we're prepared. Industry. Can actually take a look as it happens if we pan the camera over. Oh no, the river is disappearing. So fortunately, the first drought is always really mild. It only lasts like a day or 2. We'll be fine. The effects aren't immediate either. They're not immediate effects. Like when the drought first starts, you still have some time to pump some more water. You still have like stuff that's properly irrigated. Why is that doing that? Why is it so bad? I don't understand water wheels. I mean, I guess it makes sense right now because the current is like weak because it's a drought. There's no water. Water is not here. Water gone. Now later on, when we get enough science for a dam, we can make this water linger. We can trap it and stop it from going outside. The very bare basics of irrigation technology. Now everything's getting all sad and dry. Well, we don't need anybody to work this right now because there's no water. There is no water to be worked. Excuse me, sorry. Allergies. Water gone. But we can always rely on beaver power. Much like my eyes, everything has become sad and dry. Blink, blink, blink. Go ahead and pull one beaver off of construction and put them in the inventory. I keep calling it that. It's not the inventory, it's just the inventor. An inventory is something entirely different and probably not related to science. Even the music changes. It's so sad. Oh, thank you for the follow. Vivid83. Great to have you here. It's great to have you all here. I appreciate you all so very much. so very, very much. Alright, so these will dry out in 1.8 days. But I think the drought will be over by then. And then once the water comes back, we can actually expand our agricultural operations to support a larger population. Society. Industry. Progress. Alright, now that we have 3 inventors going, we're getting quite a bit more science, and we should be able to, like, build a dam pretty quickly. Oh, and in case anybody is wondering, once we're done with the debut, we are probably gonna, you know, it's gonna be like a 12+ hour stream, depending. So we're not gonna go super crazy, but we are, starting next week, we're gonna stream from noon Pacific to 6 p.m. Pacific weekdays. So, if you want to see more of me, that's where I'll be, and that's when I'll be. Hell, depending on how good I feel after this, if I don't feel like completely tired and bushed and dead, then maybe we will. Maybe we will just get going again tomorrow. I know it's a lot, but like here's the truth. I don't have a lot to do right now. I don't have a lot going on. I simply don't have very much going on in my life right now. So I might as well use my time wisely. And of course, those numbers are subject to change. If it's just like I am completely exhausted literally all of the time forever, then maybe we'll cut back. Maybe we'll take Wednesdays off or something. But I feel like I have pretty good streaming endurance these days. I feel like that I've worked up to it, and I kind of know how to pace myself, and as long as I have, you know, something to play, I think I'll be okay. And it's just like, you know, seeing my model over there do the things as I move, that's just really fun. That makes the neurons activate. My neurons are activating the hell out of themselves right now. So I don't think it'll be a particularly large burden, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna go crazy. 'Cause like I will definitely be having weekends off, and I will also probably have the next 2 days off too. Sorry, sitting up straight. I'm sitting up straight. I have good posture, unlike the other beavers who are all kind of hunched over. Should probably go max speed during the night. That's a thing I should do, but again, it's like, I'm keeping track of a lot of different things. So my micro attention is not like razor focused on stuff that's happening in the game. But them beavers, they sure are carrying logs. Aren't they cute? Aren't they adorable? Look at them go. Look at them go. Truly God's own animals. Beavers are actually very good for the environment, by the way.
Very, very double.
Beavers are what are known as a keystone species. They disproportionately affect the environment in ways that other species do not, but usually being a keystone species means that you're good for the environment. They create wetlands and stabilize erosion and all sorts of stuff. And they're cute. That's the most important thing. They're a keystone species because they're cute. They are the working class heroes of the animal kingdom. I'm not sure who the working class heroes of the plant, fungi, protista, and bacterial kingdoms are. But I'm sure they have some. I'm certain that they have some. Somewhere. So, speaking of which, how is our, like, safety looking here? I feel like this situation here might be a little bit unsafe. But it's currently not in operation. Should be fine. Like, in case of fire, everybody has like a quick out. The patios have guardrails. The fire pit is, you know, observing proper regulations. And so far, nobody's been crushed by a tree. And I consider that a victory on a personal level. We almost have enough for floodgates, and it's exciting. IMO. My housing situation here is a little silly, though. Probably could have done that better, but again, I'm not super focused on optimization at the moment. I'm currently actually super focused on sneezing. Oh gosh. I imagine that there's probably some tree-related injuries going on there. Like, they're very good at what they do, but sometimes a tree is just going to do what a tree is going to do. I'm not sure if prone is the right word, but it's definitely an occupational hazard. Because, like, okay, so the way that a beaver cuts down a tree is very particular. Seems like the sneeze has gone away, but no guarantees. So the way that a beaver cuts down a tree is very particular. You see, they start on one side, and basically they gnaw like a little ring incision into the trunk as far as they can go. And then once they get to that point of no return, they stop, they turn around, they go to the other side of the tree, and then they gnaw from that side until the structural integrity has been compromised enough that it will simply start falling over on its own. And apparently they're very good at making sure that they fall towards the river. However, there's always going to be risks involved with that sort of thing. It's always going to be a little bit risky to cut down a tree with your mouth. That's always going to have some dangers associated with it. So it's absolutely possible that a beaver could get crushed by a falling tree. It's just maybe not the biggest concern ever. Is somebody working here? Oh, god damn it. Why am I like this? What can we put you to work on? We can just have you go this way. More trees. Beaver smart. Rodent intelligence is actually, I think, something that's consistently underestimated by a lot of people. Beavers are smart. Rats are very smart. Um, other rodents are probably smart too, but those are the two that I know that are smart. I'm not sure raccoons are rodents. Don't they have like sharp teeth, these? Like, absolutely, raccoons are very intelligent and also kind of terrifying. But I'm not sure if they're rodents. I'd have to look that up. I like rodents, okay? I'm not one of those people that gets, like, super freaked out if they see a mouse or something. Like, yeah, it's not great, but also look at the cute little animal. I think that rodents do many powerful and useful things for the world. And the drought's over, yay. We didn't even run out of water. Remember, it wasn't the rats that caused the plague. It was the mites on the rats. Raccoons are rodents in their souls. Oh, we can actually research floodgates. Wonderful. Perfect. Now, each one does take a plank, and that's a lot of plankage. But, researching a levee is another 120 science. We could maybe wait. Nah, it's fine. We're making planks. I'll make another lumber mill. I'll make another mill that lumbers. Oh, I can fix that maybe. Just build the normal sort of dam. It takes a lot of wood, but it's fine. We have wood coming in. I thought they might be mustelids. Those crafty mustelids. I want to have somebody working this now, I think. Oh, musteloids, not mustelids. Right, taxonomy. Taxonomy is a little bit complicated. Kingdom, phylum, order, class, family, genus, species. I think that's right. Might want to consider some more lodges soon. I learned about this in science class 20 years ago. Hopefully not too much has changed. That will actually work. But it's a little goofy looking. Let's just be normal. Let's just be reasonable beavers and not build like that. Now, of course, the water does take a hot minute to actually flow back in. So you should keep that in mind when you're budgeting for droughts. You should keep that in mind. It does not instantaneously just appear again. It takes a while. It takes a while for it to flow. It takes a while for it to flow through. Okay, cool. The little dam block is done. Now we can build another lumber mill. And as long as buildings are connected like this, you don't need to actually put any like power wiring, power shafts. Hold on a sec. Let's go ahead and plant some more maple trees. I say in the most unbiased manner possible. It's just that there were some spots where trees hadn't yet been cut down when I first did this, so I'm just filling them in. Give those two something to do once the water comes back anyway. Oh no. My carrots dried out. The water was too slow. I miscalculated. That's fine. Probably. It's kind of taking its time, I'm not gonna lie. Well, now that things are irrigated again, the beavers assigned to work the farm will be like, hey, get this dried stuff out of here. Nobody wants this. I think we'll actually turn this back on. Take a fellow out of here. And we're gonna plant something very exciting. We're gonna plant potatoes. If I look at the right tab, maybe let's actually plant some sunflowers and potatoes. We will get rid of those bushes soon. Potatoes. Potatoes. You can do many things with potatoes which have been immortalized in song, but currently we can only fry them. Grill them. Heat them up. I'm just fucking going, Jesus. Why is that? I guess it's because... Never mind. I give up trying to understand. I give up trying to understand water wheels. It's too complicated. It's so complicated for me. They can be included in a stew, but I don't think beavers have unlocked stew technology just yet. Okay, we are actually coming up. Excite those electrons! Excite the potato electrons! Do it! Do it now! Building lacks workers? Oh no. So we're actually coming up on game change time in about 20 minutes, so I think I think in about 5 minutes I will actually stop. I will actually stop Timberborne a little teensy bit early, just so I can maybe try and figure out how to fix my notifications issue, because this is a little annoying. This is a little not good. I worked hard on them, okay? Well, first of all, what we can do immediately is just put a floodgate right here. Should probably cut down that tree, huh? The lone pine. Oh, that reminds me. There used to be a farm where I lived in Oregon called Lone Pine Farms. And we'd go there a lot because they had really good, like, fresh produce and stuff. And, like, they do a corn maze for Halloween. And they had, like, a whole apiary, so you get, like, flavored berry honey, and it was really good. And they had goats you could feed. It was a really fun place for a farm. That's my story. Thanks for listening. Oh, I love corn mazes, but they're so scary. Don't go into a corn maze if you're faint of heart. Otherwise, there will be some terrifying person in a mask who will very politely tell you which way the exit is if you're lost and scared. But har har. Har har, corn maze. Actually, we don't need that anymore. Might actually want to build another water pump just to sort of refill our stock from the drought. We have plenty of time before the next one, but it pays to think ahead. Corn maze designed by a high schooler sounds dangerous. Alright, everything's just kind of growing, so we can take our workers off of farmhouse. Oh, I would love to go into a corn maze again so I could get scared and lost and terrified all over again by the man with the chainsaw. The last time you went, it was like Elvis's head. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. That is a strange shape for a maze, but you gotta do you. When we have a few more beavers, I'm gonna build a hauling post, because hauling posts are legit. Okay, cool. Our first mini dam is done. We have created a dam at long last. Basically, we want to lower this so that the water flows into this little inlet freely. Then when the drought comes, we can just snap it back up again and the water will stay. It's a little hard to see because of the highlight color, but you can fiddle with raising and lowering it at will. It requires no beaver input. You are the god of dams. We're having some food problems actually because I didn't do this right. I haven't been paying attention. It's fine. That's why I have berries. Go ahead and build some more gathering posts. Oh, but I'm also gonna stop soon because I have to fix problems. Why do I have to fix problems? I thought I fixed problems beforehand. Jeez. Fixing problems is indeed part of being an engineer, especially if they're of your own making. So I guess I'm just being true to character. I tried to fix problems, but then I made more problems. Everybody is hungry and thirsty. Listen, it's fine. Just get that water pumping. Alright, so this is sort of an emergency situation of my own making, so we're going to pause these and make sure that everybody who's available can just start picking the hell out of those berries. Oh, some of our birches have started growing. That's the nice thing about birches. They do grow fast. They grow fast. They don't provide much, but they grow fast. Okay, I think that with that stabilized, I am going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to take a little bit of time to try and fix this strange notification problem that I'm having and maybe get chat to show up on stream too. I should probably be able to fix it easily enough, but if it doesn't work, I'm sorry. Anyway. Thought I put a hotkey on this. Oh, I did. It's just right. Twitch is a little slow. There's a delay. Okay, so I will be back soon. I am just gonna try and fix some problems, and once I fix them or not fix them, we will switch to Valheim with friends and cut down a lot of trees like a Viking beaver. Very exciting.